Now there's this thing about our hair and hair. It's as if our hair doesn't like being open to the, so you can imagine the amount of breakage and pain that you'll be going through. When manipulating your hair, you see little hairs all over the floor, on your clothes, scattered all over the place. This video I'm going to be sharing with you how to treat your hair to prevent breakage. So make sure you're watching till the end of this video, because every single point matters. You might be doing one already and you're not doing the others, and this might be the reason why you're still experiencing breakage. It's okay for you to lose some hair every once in a while, but if the hair that you are losing, if you check your hair and it doesn't have this white tip on it, or it is very short or long, just depend, as long as it doesn't have that white tip on it and there are a lot, right, you are suffering from breakage. The tips I'm going to be giving you or sharing with you are lazy friendly, in case you don't have time to care for your natural hair. And what normally causes breakage, it might be health. If you're not very healthy, if you're not eating well, your lifestyle is not good, you stress a lot, you have a particular medical condition, it could cause breakage. Manhandling your hair could also cause breakage. If you are not patient with your hair, you don't know how to comb your hair, you don't know how to style your hair, you don't know products to use and not to use on your hair, it can actually cause you breakage. What is shedding, right? We said that the hair has to have a white tip, so that indicates that the hair is shed on its own. Like, shedding means your hair has gone through the growth phases. There are 4 growth phases, 3 growth phases, and one of the phase, it's naturally lets off your hair. That's shedding. So shedding is good, excessive shedding is bad. Excessive shedding is mostly caused by like internal causes, eating very well, resting, you are stressed, or still from manhandling your hair, like pulling out your hair with force, and you already know that doesn't sound good. It is not good at all. So that's the difference between breakage and shedding. Breakage equals no long hair, shedding equals no full hair. If your hair is shedding a lot, you most likely not have full hair. Let me make a quick disclaimer or difference here. Your hair, based on the size of your scalp and genetics, is normally how full your hair is supposed to be, right? So other than that normal thickness or fullness of your hair, if your hair is excessively shedding, your hair will not be as full as it's supposed to be normally. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh my days. Did that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. How to prevent breakage. The first thing to do to prevent breakage is to avoid combing or over manipulating your hair. I know you guys have probably heard this a lot and you are tired of hearing it, but it is the truth. Now hold on, right? You're supposed to even be happy hearing that you're not supposed to be combing your hair a lot, because combing your hair is painful. So if for whatever reason you feel like combing your hair is going to make your hair grow out or something, because a lot of weird things that spread around these days, it doesn't do your hair good. Because you notice that when you see those hairs scattered all over the floor, is when you try to comb your hair like it's going straight. And of course I've already talked about this before in previous videos, I'm not going to overemphasize on it again. Every day is too much, in case we don't know the time frame. If you can even limit it to once a month, very good for you, because that's what I try to do only when I'm doing my wash days sometimes, or when I'm taking down the protective style, something like that. So we are still on the challenge, by the way. This is the head for this period of 3 months. So imagine not combing your hair for 3 months, and when I do take it down, do make sure that you watch when I take down this hair, so that you would know, because that's another thing that kills your hair, right? When you're taking down your hair, not like the wrong way. I would advise you lose your hair when you're in a good mood, not when you're in a hurry to do something else. And take as long as you want. If you have scarf, you tie your hair or whatever, you must not finish losing your hair at once. Okay, so let's go to the second point. You need to try keeping your hair stretched at all times. You style your hair. I've also talked about it in previous videos. If you watch previous videos very well to the end, you notice some of this, neat bits. If you style your hair is out, use a puff, something, tie your hair or twist it or braid it in the puff or something. Your hair just has to be stretched. It is way easier to handle your hair stretch, and I think I've actually just realized it now. I used to make a mistake, so learn from my mistake. Because when I did go to salons, regular salons, I would go with my spray bottle, they would spray water, and since my hair is high porosity, now there's this thing about our hair and hair generally, it's as if our hair doesn't like being open to the environment, because once the hair is open, like, you can't even count how many minutes it's already dry, and you already know how that these people are not patient in handling our hair generally. So you can imagine the amount of breakage and pain that you'll be going through. Like, so if you have heat protectants, whenever you do wash your hair, stretch out your hair, let it be stretched, let them handle it like that. Now, I think the third way to prevent breakage is to twirl your ends. I don't know if you've heard about this before, but what I would like to say about this twirling of ends, what I would like to say about twirling your ends is that I have actually been making a mistake. Now, it's okay to make a mistake as long as you learn, and I didn't notice it until recently. I do not twist it down to the end. Like, you're supposed to remain a little hair and then you twirl it. Sometimes I do, like, maybe get up to this point, see how much hair is still left. I don't know, the hair is even looking like it's tangled on my days. Anyway, this is too much. You need to twist it down till it remains something very little, right? Then you twirl the ends, maybe around here. You twirl the ends, and I noticed that I hadn't been doing that. I have been leaving so much hair, which makes it a break, and I think I did the same thing here again. Twirling your ends with a cream. I started using Vaseline. I prefer Vaseline now for some reason. It's actually really moisturizing, and the curls, it actually defines your curls very well. Satin bonnet or scarves, this one isn't new. When I started wearing my scarf, my satin bonnet, actually, because I still can't wear scarf, normally finds itself in the kitchen when I wake up, so it wasn't easy to do, but you have to wear your bonnet. Not only when you want to go to bed though, when you know you're in your house and you're going to be on your bed a lot, you should wear your satin bonnet and scarf. Trust me, I promise, once you allow yourself get used to it, you will not even notice. In fact, there are some times that I can't even sleep very well knowing that my bonnet is not on. Like, I have to look for my bonnet before I sleep because I won't be able to sleep. That's how much, like, I have changed from throwing it out. So that's also important. If you really can't cope with the wearing of satin bonnet or scarf, if you have money, buy silk pillowcases and beddings. It will help you, you know, a lot more. The fifth step is to moisturize your hair. You have to know your hair type and the method of moisturizing that works for you. Just spraying water on your hair is not moisturizing. You have to seal in the moisture. You have to use a cream or a butter, whatever type of cream you have that is good for you. You just have to know which one works for you. We have been, preaching LOC, LOB, LCO, all of that. Pick one, try it out, know the one that retains more moisture for you. Overdoing everything isn't good. I'm not telling you to moisturize your hair every day. Moisturize your hair as needed. If your hair dries out a lot, you should probably be moisturizing every 2 to 3 days. If your hair doesn't dry out a lot, if it retains a lot of moisture, if you know your hair type, you will know these things, right? I already have a video on that, so you can check that out. You need to balance between protein treatment and moisture treatment. You have to know when to use protein, when to use moisture in your hair. If you would like to know, how to incorporate protein in your routine, how to use it properly, do let me know in the comment section below. And if you have made it this far, do you not just like me? Do you not just like growth? Don't you like to grow? If you like to grow, massage the subscribe button. Massage, you know how important massaging is in hair growth and fuller hairs. Like, share to someone you think will need it. Let us all grow together, right? Don't be a hater. Come on, show some love. So let's go back to shedding, right? Let me mention something about shedding. I told you before that shedding is normally like internal, and you have to work on yourself internally for you to treat shedding. But there are also topical applications that you can use alongside internal ones. Like, you can use Ayurveda, applying teas, onion juice, all those very good teas. I'm going to be using them all through in this channel. I'm going to be posting them. So if you are interested in that, subscribe, and we'll see you then. So now this is like bonus tip. I cannot overemphasize this. If you're not new in my channel, you will know that I've said it, but mind the salons you go to. It's actually very, very important. If your hairstylist is not patient with your hair, doesn't understand that our hair is different, because you need to see the way. I'm now working at the salon, so I know. Although some people only think that when you manhandle them is when you're doing something on their hair, and that's crazy. It's crazy. They need to have themselves checked, honestly. If you want to go to salons regularly, there are some things that you will need to do. Prepare your hair to go to a salon. If you like to know about that, let me know in the comment section below, so that I will make that video available to you.